a review on the Bugatti Chiron models, Part 2. Here you'll find out why we didn't add those other Bugattis to the previous video. If you've not yet watched it, here's a link above. Vision Gran Turismo. We begin with the concept car that served as the direct inspiration to bring the Chiron into production. Mind you that this one is a concept car totally different from the production model and cannot be considered a Chiron. The Vision GT combines aspects of an LMP1 Le Mans prototype with Bugatti's signature production hypercar. Shown to the public at the 2015 Frankfurt Motor Show, the prototype uses the brand's signature engine, the massive 8-litre quad-turbo W16. Coupled to the engine is a 7-speed sequential gearbox that transmits the 1,479 horsepower to all four wheels. In terms of design, there are many race car aspects, such as the shark fin on the engine cover, typical of the Le Mans LMP1s, NACA ducting on the sides, and a widening kit inspired by those used in the German DTM. Continuing with the aerodynamic upgrades, huge diffusers and adjustable rear wing offer stability at high speeds on the long tracks of the Circuit de la Sarthe. On the aesthetic side, the beautiful two-tone blue color scheme was taken directly from the Bugatti Type 57 tank, winner of the 1937 and 1939 24-hour Le Mans. As you can see, this prototype served as the basis for the production model that would become known as the Chiron. There is only one Vision GT in the world, with a price tag of from, hold on to your seat, £4 million up to £14 million. If you can't afford it, don't worry. You can drive this prototype in the Gran Turismo sport game in the concept car racing category. There you can unleash the 1,627 horsepower of this virtual model and reach 288 miles per hour on the Mulsanne straight of the Circuit de la Sarthe. Or maybe one day you'll be able to drive one in the metaverse. Chiron habillé par Hermès. This Bugatti is a one-off version that aesthetically is different from the standard Chiron, and the only car built by Bugatti and designed by a rich guy and a luxury design house. To talk about the Chiron Hermès, we must necessarily talk about an individual with far too much money and good taste. Manny Khoshbin is an American collector of exclusive and luxurious cars. Let's say that his garage rivals those of the Sultan of Brunei and Jay Leno put together. He was looking for something different to have in his collection, and Bugatti was one of his first choices. Representatives of the brand approached Khoshbin and offered him a Supersport 300 Plus, but he turned down the offer because a Bugatti worthy of his garage had to be exclusive, unique, and unrepeatable, to paraphrase his words a little. So Khoshbin arranged an agreement between Bugatti and the designer brand Hermès to, between the three of them, make a dream car that even the Sultan of Brunei himself would like to have in his garage. The construction of the car began in 2016, with Hermès being very meticulous in choosing a color, fabrics, ornaments and accessories, as they know very well the style of Manny Khoshbin, a regular customer of the brand. In fact, Khoshbin wanted a Bugatti Chiron that was elegant and simple, but still luxurious. The collector did not receive his car until 3 years later because Hermès could not decide which color to paint the car. In the end, the luxurious chalk white Chiron saw the light of day and found a place in Khoshbin's garage. The front grille design is unique in the world. The rear spoiler is painted with a horse pattern designed by Hermès, and the rear bumper is painted in the same color as the body, something no other Chiron has. The same horse pattern is repeated inside, in the cashmere fabric used to contrast the exquisite high-quality leather that covers the entire cabin. Inside, there are also unique Hermès-made emblems and inscriptions in French. Oh, and if that wasn't enough, Manny Khoshbin has no problem updating his YouTube channel with his brand new £4.6 million Chiron. But this man is not the owner of the world's most exclusive Bugatti Chiron. In fact, there is a second Chiron that few know about. If you're interested to know, stay until the end of the video. Divo. Named after French racing driver Albert Divo, this model is presented as a new £4.2 million driving experience that will never be available in a Bugatti Chiron. Before we go any further, a few points need to be clarified. The Divo is a new model made by the brand. Essentially, it's a Chiron, but after extensive body modifications and suspension tweaks, it makes it a totally different car to the base Chiron. I hope that's clear, but still let me know in the comments if you think the Divo and the following cars on the list can really be considered Chirons or not. And don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel. We are not here to tell people how to think. The Divo is the result of bringing back that old tradition of coach builders making unique models, but adapted to new car building techniques. With 40 units scheduled for production, let's see what this new model has to offer. The extensive work on the bodywork is noticeable. The design gives the car increased downforce and improved cornering stability. The result? 90 kilograms of extra downforce and 1.6 G of lateral acceleration, race car level. The suspensions were reinforced to give new driving sensations to the 40 selected customers chosen by the brand. The traditional 8-litre quad-turbo W16 is unchanged from the Chiron, but it doesn't hurt to remind ourselves of the specifications. The heart of the beast delivers 1,479 horsepower carried to all four wheels thanks to the Bugatti in-house 7-speed sequential transmission, 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds, and reaches a top speed, electronically limited, of 236 miles per hour. With these numbers, the Divo can do a lap of the Nardo circuit 8 seconds faster than the Chiron. Amazing, don't you think? Bolide. When it comes to racing, the following model brings the sensations of a true Le Mans prototype to those who can afford the modest price of £3.7 million. It is considered by the automotive press, and by us too, to be one of the most beautiful cars designed in recent years. The question now arises as to what Bugatti is looking for with this car, besides having another jewel on wheels. It all started as a creative exercise by the designers of the Molsheim-based company. During a coffee break, they asked themselves, how far can the Chiron go? After several days, even months of design and mock-ups, the final result exceeded expectations. Conceived as a concept car, the executive board went further and approved the production of this exact model. With 40 units scheduled for production, the Bolide radically transforms the Chiron's base platform into a refined racing car. In simple words, this is not another Chiron version, and I'll explain why. Inside the beast is the 8-litre quad-turbo W16 engine, but with an extra 100 horsepower, taking it to 1,579 horsepower. The 7-speed sequential gearbox has been tuned to have a gear ratio befitting a racing car. The exterior design reflects the clear inspiration from the Le Mans LMP1s and the occasional vestige of the 2015 Vision GT. The aerodynamic elements will deliver 1,800 kilograms of power at the rear and 900 kilograms at the front at 200 miles per hour. The carbon fiber monocoque body is reinforced to withstand high speeds. The Bolide's height has been lowered by 300 millimeters compared to the Chiron, and the widening kit to make better use of downforce. All this includes a notable weight reduction to 1,450 kilograms, almost 550 kilograms less than the Chiron. All in all, the Bolide has more downforce, more power, less weight, and new driving sensations than the Chiron. So basically, it's a whole new car, don't you think? According to Bugatti, the Bolide accelerates from 0 to 60 in 2.1 seconds and is capable of a top speed of over 310 miles per hour. Astonishing numbers for a car out of this world. Centodieci, or 110 in English, is Bugatti's homage car to its founder, Ettore Bugatti. It was built in 2019, the year Bugatti celebrated its 110th anniversary. As is the brand's custom, they used the occasion to unveil an exclusive model limited to 10 production units, with production starting in early 2022. Those in the know will know that at first glance, the Centodieci is reminiscent of another Bugatti from 30 years ago. The design is directly inspired by the Bugatti EB110, the first of the modern era before the brand was acquired by the Volkswagen Group. The front end is taken directly from the EB110, but redesigned to look more aggressive and in keeping with the brand's new trend. In honor of the old model, the 5-side air intakes were designed to be almost identical to those of the EB110. Chiron 10. The rear includes a spoiler and diffuser to give the car stability at high speeds. The interior is a true cockpit, sharing many elements with the Chiron except for certain details, such as the Centodieci name on the seats. On the performance side, we find that the basis for this model is that of the Chiron. Transmission, powertrain and engine are exactly the same as a standard Chiron. Performance is very similar, going 0 to 60 in 2.4 seconds and a top speed limited to 236 miles per hour. But to say that the Centodieci is another Chiron is a serious mistake. Yes, it is based on the Chiron, but it uses a new bodywork that gives new driving sensations. Sensations that cost 8 million euros, 6.7 million pounds, and that only 10 exclusive customers will have the honor of experiencing, like Cristiano Ronaldo for example. La Voiture Noire. We've already told you in previous videos about this one-off, but now we will take a closer look at this black car that is definitely not and will definitely not be a Chiron. The Voiture Noire is a unique Bugatti edition sold to a client who prefers to keep his identity secret. Beyond the brand's investment in making this model unique, the real value lies in its link to another Bugatti lost in history. See, between 1936 and 1939, Bugatti built 4 models called the Type 59 SC Atlantic. The second model, painted black and nicknamed La Voiture Noire, was the personal car of Jean Bugatti, president of the brand at the time. Shortly after the 4th model was completed, war broke out and Jean Bugatti was killed in a tragic accident. His black Atlantic was loaded onto a train and sent to Bordeaux to save it from the Nazis. The train never reached its destination, and the Atlantic disappeared without a trace. Even today, the car is still missing, and a juicy reward is offered to anyone who can find it. This thriller and the story behind the Atlantic prompted Bugatti to offer a unique model to pay tribute to the car. The result is a piece of engineering and craftsmanship never seen before in modern times. Carbon fiber is the predominant material in the car. Most of the bodywork is made of this material, and the car's paint is nothing more than a carbon fiber coating. All the panels and that windscreen that integrates with the side in one piece were handmade. Bugatti widened the wheel axles to give better stability on the road. At the rear, we can see 6 exhausts instead of the Chiron's usual 4. The interior looks like it came out of a French tailor's workshop. The brand keeps the details to itself, except that the premium leather chosen comes in Havana brown. This Gran Tourer by definition uses the Chiron's base and Bugatti's flagship engine. The brand is withholding technical details, and the anonymous owner will have to test drive the car to clear up any doubts. What is certain is that, after a base price of 11 million euros excluding tax, the total for this car is no less than 16.5 million euros. If we speak in Queen's English, that would be around 14 million pounds. Somebody call a doctor. 18.3 Chiron. If you thought the 2016 Bugatti Chiron is the only one in existence, sorry mate. Even before the Veyron came out, there was already a Chiron in prototype form. The Bugatti 18.3 Chiron is a prototype made in the year 1999, a year after the brand was bought by the Volkswagen Group. This car, if we look at it in detail, is the forerunner of the styling the brand would use on the Veyron. For example, the 8-spoke wheels on the front end would be characteristics of the future Veyron. However, this prototype has hidden secrets. In addition to the bodywork and engine, the powertrain, chassis and transmission came directly from a Lamborghini Diablo VT. The beautiful coupe bodywork painted in French racing blue by Ital Design adds the finishing touch. Speaking of the engine, it was fitted with a 555 horsepower, 390 pound-feet of torque W18, which is mated to a manual gearbox and transmits the power to all 4 wheels. Some say it does 0 to 60 in 3.9 seconds and reaches 208 miles per hour, but these numbers were never confirmed. Great story, don't you think? If you like this video, please let me know in the comments below. Before I go, do you think the models on this list can be considered Chirons? Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Drive safe and stay tuned for the next video. Cheers!